Can you talk about your off-season preparation?
Well, I wasn't expecting Chris to be out, first game of the season, but just from standpoint as trying to do as much as I can to help this team out. I just continually kept trying to find other ways to help the team in terms of defense, rebounding, steals, because I knew that my scoring was going to always be there. But basketball is a game of defense and hustle plays and stuff like that. So off season, I just had to mentally prepare myself for trying to do things other than score.
When you heard that Chris went down with the injury, did you tell yourself at that point that I've got to be the guy who steps up?
It took a while for that to hit me, but I think a couple of days after that, coaches told me that I was going to have to be more aggressive and look for my shot more while Chris is out. But for the most part, I've been trying to do that. And like I said earlier, it's not just me. The whole team stepped up, since while Chris has been gone. And when Chris gets back, that's everybody's play is just gonna, I think it's just gonna help in the long run.
Coach said that you guys are trying to really get the ball in the post and work on that, but it seems like the guards, especially near the baseline on the outside, are having a little bit of a hard time getting it in good position down there. Is that probably a product of the shooting, or is that something you guys have just not worked on much, or what are you kind of guys, what are y'all seeing on that?
It goes both ways. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a problem, but it is an issue that we've been trying to work on, just trying to get the ball to the post, especially because, we have pretty good pros players in Ray and Dave and Courtney. But as soon as we, start playing the bigger teams like in the Big 12, we're going to need them. And it's kind of good to, start early and trying to give them the ball and establish our post game first before we go to the outside.
Kind of on the flip side of that, how much does it free up the court when you've got guys like Ray and David who can hit those 15-foot jumpers and can stretch the inside out a little bit?
It helps a lot, especially for them because there's going to be always two or three defenders on Dave every night, and I feel like if he continues to play like he has been, he played pretty well the last game. If he continues that, then it's just going to open so much more for the guards and me, Chris, and Dash, and everybody else.
You didn't play last year, but you were here last year, and you were here in the offseason, all that kind of stuff. Did you expect to see the Ray Turner that we've seen so far this season, putting up double digits points and all that kind of stuff?
We always knew that he had it. He had it in him. It was just a matter of him being, consistent. And for the most part, that's he's playing just like we all thought he would. There's always that extra level that each one of us can play at, and if he can hit that next level, then we haven't seen the best of Ray yet.
Do you think y'all as a team have established an identity just yet? You're still searching for it?
Parts of it. We've established that we're a pretty good defensive team, and a lot of teams don't really necessarily have that this early in the season. But we feel like we're heading in that right direction. Offensively, we still trying to figure out different ways to score. We're not trying to force the issue, but at the same time we're still trying to push the pace and score a lot of points in transition and score quickly and kind of dictate the tempo of the game. But we had this break after the next two games. We had this break, so hopefully that can help as we go into the Big 12 season. So defensively I say yeah, but offensively we still have a lot to work on.
As this team progresses and you kind of show the flashes of it, what are you guys hoping would be the offensive identity for this team?
Just quick. We're planning on scoring at least 75, 80 points a game. You know what I mean? That's what kind of what we had hopes for, and we still have the team and the talent to do that. Hopefully, when Chris gets back, that'll kind of change it. But just being aggressive, getting to the line, knocking down shots, playing that fast, up-tempo pace to where the other team gets tired real quick and just tire the other team out.
A lot of people have asked, how much difference can one player really make? How big of a difference is Chris Middleton? But you guys seem to practice with his flexibility, different ability to play all over the floor, and kind of how would you answer that? What are the kind of things that Chris brings that are really going to help his team when he gets back?
Defense is going to have to pay attention to him. You know what I mean? There's going to be other players that can score. Me, Dave, Dash, and Chris, and it just he's an NBA, potential NBA, pro. So the other defense is going to have to pay attention to him. It's going to open up things a lot for Dave and Ray for the post, because they're going to have they can't double down off Chris or me, or you know what I mean. So it's gonna open up everything for a lot of people.
When the shots aren't going in like they weren't Wednesday, how tough is it to keep being aggressive, keep taking shots and not hesitating?
I mean, it's disappointing, but at the same time, you can't really go away from it just because that's it's just something that you have to do. Every game is not going to be the same. There's going to be times that you don't miss. There's going to be times that you can't make a shot, but you have to have the same mentality that you're just going to, every shot that I take, I just assume is going to go in. That's just a mentality you have to have.
With that said, how nice is it to have a coach that when you pass up a shot says, hey, you need to shoot that. Have that confidence in you to go out there and put up the open shots when you have.
It does feel good because, early in the season, there were some times where, I kind of passed up shots, not necessarily because I missed them or just because I didn't really know if it was a good shot or not. And, he brought me in and just told me that I need to, if I have a good look, he wants me to take it. And, it does feel good to have that trust, you know what I mean? And hopefully I can just, keep it going so I don't really let him down.
With Chris's injury, Jordan Green has been playing a lot of minutes. What's most impressed you about him?
Just his energy. His energy and his, he's playing pretty smart for the most part. It seems like he never gets tired. I don't know how he does it, but he makes basketball plays and brings a lot of energy to the team.